Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Pucks and Power Plays podcast, brought to you by Boston Sports Entertainment Network. You can find BSEN on YouTube at Boston Sports Entertainment Network, where you can find all of our videos. You can also find them on Twitter and Instagram. Yes, at BSEN_617 on TikTok. They can find them with an extra underscore on the front end as well. You can find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your podcasts, along with YouTube. And you can find us on social media at Pucks and PP's Pod. We are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And that's all of them. My name is Emily. You can find me at Hyper Emmy, and this is...
I'm Liz. You can find me at Liz__Frazier.
We have a jam-packed episode for y'all tonight. We have a few fun, awesome announcements that we're going to start with, though. I'm going to start first with the thing we usually talk about, and that's going to be our t-shirts and our merch and all of the things. So the QR code up in the top, if you are watching us stream, is going to be our website. We are currently having a sale on our website. So everything on the website is 25% off. Let me show you around because it's really great. Our website is bsen617.square.site. Let me remember how to share a screen. Who lets me do it anything? Okay, here we go. It's loading. It's loading. It's here. So this is our website where we have Bruins merch and this isn't the Pucks and Power Plays sweatshirt. That's embarrassing. This is one of our Bruins sweatshirts. We have Pucks and Power Plays t-shirts and sweatshirts as well. But we also have Red Sox merch, Celtics, Patriots, and then Bruins. So it's all going to be available on our website. If you use the code Boston Sports, one word, you'll get 25% off this week. So you can see we have so many t-shirts, sweatshirts available as well. You can either look at them all this way, or you can browse by category and get just Boston related things. So if you hit Bruins merchandise, it goes to just Bruins specific things. And hey, look at that cute sweatshirt. Wow. Huh. Isn't that amazing?
Be pretty cool if someone got that one.
Yes. So I'll drop the code in the comments for y'all, but it is Boston Sports, all one word, at bsen617.square.site. And that is going on all week on all of our merchandise. It's slowly sending, but it's coming, I swear. That is announcement one. Announcement two. Liz, we have some exciting guests coming this month. Who do we got?
All right. So, everyone, make sure you have your calendars out because you're going to need them. We have two very important dates coming up. The first one is 2 weeks from today, on December 15th, and Emily and I are going to fangirl very, very quickly because we may or may not have Adam Pellerin from Nesson on our podcast in 2 weeks.
We are super excited for this. Adam was recently on another BSEN podcast. So he was on the Pesky podcast, which is one of our Red Sox podcasts. The guys had a really great time having him on, and he has agreed to come on Pucks and Power Plays with us, and we're so excited.
I'm going to be like fangirling the entire episode.
No, truly. Same. I think it's going to be so awesome. I'm really excited. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I'm also like, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say. I'm going to write little bullet points of like, remember, this is your name. Don't forget that.
Yeah, for sure. No, that one's going to be great. What's the second one that we have coming this month?
And then our second one, if you go another 2 weeks after that, so 4 weeks from today, because apparently we like 2 week increments.
Yeah.
Didn't know that till just now when I said it. On the 29th, there's a Bruins game at 9:00. And what happened the last time there was a Bruins game that started when our podcast started? We did a live stream of the game. But we're going to do it with friends.
Yes. Yes. Well, we had a great time hanging out with y'all and live streaming the game. What was really fun was when Ace came on with us and conversated with us whilst we live streamed. So we are going to do that for the full game. I was gonna say full episode. So yes, full episode, full game. It is a 9:00 game, so it does fit in with our regular schedule. It's going to be against Calgary. We're gonna have different friends for each period. And so we're really excited for that one as well. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's like between Christmas and New Year's, nobody's really actually working that week. So everybody's going to be up late watching the game anyway. Like, I think it'll be awesome.
It'll be great. It'll be a fun time. We'll have fun.
We'll have friends.
Yeah.
We have 2 maybes right now, but our one yes for sure is Chris Nosek is going to be with us. Super excited to have him on. Sorry, my sister just tried to call me. She never calls me. We'll deal with that later. I love reading when Chris says things. Very knowledgeable, and it's mostly always right. And I love his point of view. And sometimes it challenges mine, which is also, I think, great. I think people who don't always agree with us are really great to conversate with. He brings a different perspective than what we have. So I'm really excited to have him on with us too.
Same. And like what you said too, with like the different mindset too, because they're more than I want to say 90% of the time, we're like, oh yeah, this, and we'll have the exact same thought.
Yes.
So having something else is always fun because then you can have the full conversation surrounding it.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. And I think Chris is a really great guy. I'm super excited to have him on with us. He's just so knowledgeable about the sport and about Bruins, and is so analytically minded, which is like so different than how I personally see the game. I love it. I'm really excited for our conversations with him. Once we have our few maybes confirmed, we will share those with you all as well. Our goal, I think, is either between 3 and 5. So we want to have like each of the periods, maybe a pre and post. We'll see. If you are watching this and you are a Bruins podcast that would like to join us for that time, let us know. We have people that we want to prioritize that are like on our team that we want to make sure, along with people that we've had conversations with about doing some collaborations that we want to make sure like we hold to those promises. But if they're not available, we potentially have some spots opening up. So gonna be so fun. Those are our 2 big like dates for this month. Third announcement is our book of the month for our book club. I almost said for our podcast. I mean, yes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yes. So we have another exciting announcement with our book club. So we do have a hockey romance book club as well. So if you have not joined that, drop a comment, send us a message. It lives in our Discord. We don't post our Discord publicly because we had a lot of bot issues originally. But if you want to be in the Discord, you want to be a part of the book club, let us know. I am really excited about this. I posted something on Threads because an author that I really love is releasing a book. I'm going to show the cover. 1 second. Oh, I can't do all this at once. 1 second. Let me talk about it first, and then you can talk about it while I look it up while we're doing this. So I posted on Threads, which is like Facebook or Instagram's Twitter or whatever. And I was like, hey, I know that one of my favorite authors is coming out with a book. Does anybody else have books coming out soon that are holiday themed, that are hockey romance books? And I tagged the author in it. And this author was really sweet and sent me a DM and said, hey, because the book releases December 4th, she said, hey, I love that you're picking my book. what if I sent you some swag for your book club? And I said, okay, if you want to, that'd be great. So, I told her at the time we only have 15 people in our book club. So if you're already in our book club, you're going to get the swag. Plus, like, the first few people to join are going to get the swag. But she is sending us swag for this. Sorry, I'm pulling up her book now. I want to show the cover because the cover is cute. Okay. I love this author so much. She's so freaking sweet. Okay. So I was introduced to this author because she was my first ever ARC read like 2 years ago. I read When You Left Me Speechless as my first ever ARC read. And I love this author so much. She's an indie author. This is her holiday hockey romance. It is a Nutcracker retelling. And it comes out on December 4th. So in 3 days, it is out for release. Like I said, she's sending us some swag so that we can send it out to the first 13 people, I guess, because Liz and I are definitely claiming dibs on the swag first. Sorry. So if you're already on Discord, you're going to get the swag. But she has a book releasing. Why do I already forgot how to share my screen. Here we go. I can function, I swear. I got really excited. Okay, I'll leave it up for a second so you all can read the blurb if you want to read the blurb.
It's so pretty.
It's so cute. I love it so much. So Jess Christine has A Dance of Sugar, Plums, and Power plays coming on December 4th. I'm so excited for this. 350 pages, so pretty solid length of a book. And Jess Christine is a really great author. I love her books so much. Like I said, I'm a little biased because I would choose my first ARC read back before I really understood what ARC reading even was. But I'm super excited for this. I saw this in my inbox and I was like, this is our book. Like, look at that cover.
It's so cute. I love the title. Also, the Power plays. It was
I
meant
know.
to be.
That was the other thing. I was like, no, that's literally us. Plus, I think it's so kind of her to offer to send us swag. Like, I didn't want to take advantage of that and be like, oh, yeah, we have so many people in our book club. Like, no, we have like maybe 10 people in our book club. I don't even think that many. So I'm super excited for this. I'm super excited for this book from her. I think it's going to be really great. And I love Jess Christine so much.
I'm so excited. It sounds so good. I looked it up immediately after you sent it to me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it. I also love Nutcracker, so the retelling but with hockey is going to be so interesting.
And I'm verifying this before I say this. 1 second. I think this is her first hockey book as well. Yes. So her other 3 books that she's previously published are called her Rehab series, but they are like a speech therapist, a physical therapist, speech therapist, physical therapist, and I forget what the third one is. But they are like that. They're really cute. They are contemporary romance. She's just a really like kind and sweet author, and I love her so much. I think this is going to be a really fun book for us to read. We also, so this is going to be like our main book that we are reading as a book club. We are also going to share other books that y'all can read as well that are hockey romance related and holidays. So I posted a thread and was like, what other books exist? I know that Jess Christine is publishing this book. What other hockey romance holiday books are there? Got some really great suggestions, so we'll be sharing those with you as well. And one of them is about Hanukkah and not Christmas. So I'm also excited to be able to cover at least 2 holidays during this season. which I think is cool. And they are all indie authors as well, which I think personally is really important, especially right now with the way the economy and the world and tariffs and all of that stuff is. Anything we can do to support these smaller authors, in my personal opinion, is just like the best.
Also, indie authors are like literally the best.
Mm-hmm.
I love them with my whole heart. My favorites.
Yeah. Because like these people don't make a lot of money off their books, y'all. Like,
no, they do it because they like writing.
Yes. So I'm super excited for that. Our last announcement-ish, not really an announcement, we announced this last week, but Liz, do you want to talk about our partnership with Just Strong?
Yes. So we have partnered with Just Strong, which is a give me a minute to think of words because I know the words.
Yeah, you're great. I'm pulling it up now too.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Women's athleisure.
Women's athleisure. That is the word. Thank you.
Yes.
Because I can't think of that word. But
You're
they
right.
are an athletic lifestyle brand. They have a lot of very, very comfy clothing. I have a little cropped hoodie that is fantastic for running in because it fits perfectly. It's nice and snug. They have hoodies, they have sweats, t-shirts, tank tops, anything you can want. But they are fantastic. Literally love them. And again, Women's Athleisure, Women's Podcast. So our very special partnership with them. But if you head to their website at us.juststrong.com and find anything that you can like, you can use our code PUCKS10 $39.75 for 10% off of your order at the end. Don't mind me butchering numbers because I can't say numbers after today. It's been a long day.
No, you're great.
But they are fantastic. They are working on building like a community for women as well. And we really like their brand. Again, we have said their clothes are comfy in the past. But they are great. And we love their clothes. And I may have 35 more outfits in my cart that I've been staring at.
They're so good, y'all. I love my sweatpants. I don't have them on right now because they're literally in the wash. But they're great, especially with how cold Florida nights have been. And we have our puppy. They're nice to just throw on real quick to take her outside too. But we love their stuff. I love this partnership. I'm super excited. Ugh. Sorry, I posted something on Threads earlier today that I also posted on Twitter. And it popped off on Threads way more than it popped off on Twitter, which is opposite of what usually happens. But it's popping off in a positive way instead of a negative way that Twitter usually ends up being. Like, the responses I'm getting are way kinder and way more in line. I'm sure you can imagine what it was about that I posted. I posted the exact same thing, like my longer tweet that I posted earlier. I posted that on Threads, and it's getting like such great response. I want to take a moment and talk about not that situation. I want to shout out one of our friends that owns a clothing brand who is doing activism work and is no longer on Twitter because Twitter was so detrimental to their health. They are still on Threads and they post a lot of great stuff on Threads, and they're also on Instagram and share a lot of great stuff on Instagram. But I just want to take a quick second and shout out Double Hockey Sticks. Lacey is so freaking incredible. I could say so many great things about Lacey and about Double Hockey Sticks, which is her clothing brand that she owns. I think many of us are familiar with it. It's like the I just hope insert player here has fun flags and t-shirts and hats. She originated that trend with her brand. She has a great relationship with the Anaheim Ducks. That's her home team. Has a really great partnership with them. Their store carries some of her stuff. I'm not sure if they do this year, but I know in past they have. She does a lot of community work with LGBTQIA+ community. setting up spaces that are in the hockey world that celebrate other brands that are LGBTQIA plus or women identifying brands, and gives them space, along with like she takes them with her, and like her entire brand is like built around creating a community for everyone in hockey. I cannot speak highly enough of the work that she is doing. And the situation that has gone on today with Hockey Canada 5 and the past few weeks, like she's been very vocal about it. She's gotten a lot of backlash for it. But I highly encourage y'all, like if you are able to, go look up the work she's doing, go support her. Every time a certain goalie on a certain team that starts playing tomorrow for the first time is on the ice, and I think if somebody scores against him, she's donating a certain amount to nonprofit organizations. Like the community work that she is doing is truly incredible. I want to take a moment and shout her out, shout out that brand. Please go support Double Hockey Sticks, y'all. Like I said, they're not on Twitter anymore, but they are on other social media platforms. They also are adding new products all the time. This is not sponsored, not paid. We don't have a partnership with her. I just really, really, really commend Lacey for the work she's doing, and Double Hockey Sticks for the work that like this company is doing in the community as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Lacey's incredible. But then like the little holiday guidebook that she did, I just pulled it up real quick to support.
I forgot to submit stuff.
It's okay.
November
but to support everyone and like highlight them to get people their way, not just for like podcasts, but for like, you know, shopping as well of what you want to do, like to shop small, to build up these communities as well, and to check everyone out. The fact that she made a whole thing dedicated to it.
Yeah, so she made a holiday shopping guide, y'all, that is promoting LGBTQIA plus brands or women-owned and operated brands. Highly recommend that you go check that out. It's really cute. There's a lot of great stuff in there. But she put that together, and she charged companies like anywhere between like $5 and like, what was the top? Maybe $25 or something like that. Maybe
I think 25 max.
Yeah, to like be encouraged, or to be a part of it, which is incredible. Like that's so low risk for it.
Look at how cute that is.
She's the best. Like she's truly so awesome.
And then having a whole podcast section for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And it's like shining a light on people you might not have found easily just because they're smaller.
Yeah.
Like building the communities is just fantastic. And I love it. And I love the brand, and I love the clothing, and all the stuff that comes out is fantastic, and all of the community work.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with her.
I love her so much. I love when there's new merch, though, that when we think of each other, we'll just randomly send it and be like, so who needs this hat now?
Yeah. And you guys, if there's ever like anything on there, she's really good about doing custom stuff too. So she has like the Marchy girly hats or like stuff like that. If there's a player that's not on there, she will get them on there. So we love her. She's great. Sorry, that was like total side tangent, but she was working up a storm today on Threads, promoting resources and stuff for people. So I wanted to make sure she got some love too. And that's all of our announcements and side tangents. I'm so excited about all the things we're doing this month. But what I'm not excited about is that we are currently the Hospital Bruins.
Yay, they're back. Yay.
You guys, let's talk about injuries, because we have
so many.
Lots of them. I gotta pull up our IR. 1 second. I was not prepared for the conversation that I proposed we have.
I'm like, I've sent them all in the group chat, and I'm like, so how many are there actually?
Well, let's start with Pasta is not named on IR. But
yes,
Pasta is day today.
He's day today, and then he was supposed to skate today, but he wasn't good enough to skate, so he's not traveling with the team to Detroit, so he will not be playing Tuesday. He's already ruled out. There will be no Pasta. We don't know about when they play on Thursday at home, if he'll be playing. Hopefully he is, but there's no timeline or anything on him. He's still just marked as day to day. They never really said what happened, but again, no one in the league ever says what the injury is, so players don't target it. But based off what we have seen in his final shift for when he played, he didn't seem to be putting weight on, I believe it was his right leg, and something just wasn't right. So it looks like it's lower body. But for all we know, it could be something else.
Yeah. Zaka is back, but Zaka was out.
That was
last
rough.
week for a few days. I'm trying to think of anybody else that was out that's now back in before we go over the rest of this list.
Middlestat's back.
Middlestat is back.
He scored in his first game back.
He was there. I mean, listen, I also can't say like anybody was necessarily bad. I mean, we'll get into this here in a moment, but like, I also can't say anybody was like supremely awful because half the team is out. Like, nobody's playing with their regular lines. Guys are getting called up, and again, we'll talk about this in here in a second, getting called up and called down literally every other day for some players. Like, so I can't even say anybody was bad or good this week because I've got nothing.
We had one consistent line, and that was our third line. During the injuries, they made sure to keep them all together.
Is that Corrali's line?
No, that's Janot and Kastelik.
Oh. No,
but they were pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
I think I saw anything too bad from them. Most of the time I saw them doing the, hey, we got it out of the zone, we got in the offensive zone, or hey, you can't take the puck from us.
Yeah. Coming back tomorrow off of IR, supposedly, he was leading stretch today, so we'll see, is Victor Arvidsson. Will hopefully be back in tomorrow. He was traveling with the team. He led stretching today at practice. He had lower body. We'll see.
We need him back.
We need him back. He's
still our third highest goal scorer.
Yeah. Hopefully coming back. Yes, Esteban. We'll get to that in a second. Hopefully coming back on the 6th, or predicted to be coming back on the 6th, is Henry Jokiharju. He went out Friday, I think.
Saturday morning.
Oh God, my days are off. Saturday morning. And his is undisclosed. Charlie McAvoy. We saw the injury. We saw it in slow motion. We saw the teeth coming out. He's got a real cool scar now. It looks, just from like a completely external view, seeing Christmas photos, Thanksgiving photos, it looks to be healing well. He has been practicing a little bit, not with the team, but there's been videos of him on ice. Looks like he's been getting some shooting and all of that stuff. He is currently expected to be back December 14th. This is one I personally am interested to see when he actually comes back. Liz, you mentioned it a little bit last week, but I'm going to be interested to see when he starts practicing with the team, how well this goes with the puck part of the play. Like, is there going to be a little hesitancy there or anything like that?
It'll be interesting.
It will be. And then the last one is long-term injured reserve for Blumel with lower body. He's currently expected to be back December 20th. We'll see. That one will be interesting. We'll see. Potatoes. That's when I feel like we also haven't. They've been really tight-lipped about these injuries.
They have. That's very different, I feel like, from last year, because normally we'll at least hear like lower body, upper body, not a lot of like undisclosed.
Yeah. I wonder if it's part of just like the new coaching strategy overall, though.
Maybe. But he got placed on it on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Which will bring around the joke of Callahan getting sent back down to Providence during that to then come back the next day.
Literally, Esteban mentioned it here. I've seen the never-ending Providence to Bruin and back switcheroo. Callahan was literally in Providence for 24 hours. He got sent down Friday morning, came back Saturday morning. Like, okay. Merck has also been called up and sent back down in the last week.
Mm-hmm.
There was somebody else.
Did you see the post that Providence posted of the Thanksgiving group, but Merck wasn't in it, so then they deleted it and reposted it after they announced that he got called up?
That's funny. No, I did not.
Oh my god. So they posted it, and then I don't know what happened to someone's like, why isn't Merck in the photo or something? And then it got deleted. And then they didn't repost it until we posted that we called him up.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. I'm dying. Oh, that's funny.
Like, yeah. Thanks for telling us.
Tell us without telling us. The 28th was Friday. So Merck was called up on Friday and sent back down today. I think that was announced. I don't know my days anymore. Yes, today. Callahan was sent down Friday, called back up Saturday. I feel like there was another call up last week, though.
I thought there was, but maybe.
I just go to elite prospects. No, I need to go to Puckpedia. I know better than this. Okay, Boston. Transactions. What we got? Okay.
Callahan's been going back and forth for forever. Oh my gosh.
So much. Patrick Brown hit a milestone over the weekend. He hit 100 AHL, I almost said NHL, AHL goals. On Saturday, which is super exciting. I don't remember, the 23rd would have been Sunday. So Lindholm was already back before we talked last week. So that's it.
I feel like there was more. But I really guess there wasn't. But it felt like there was more.
Just because everybody got moved to IR.
Yeah.
Is what we're thinking of.
Oh, I saw something about how many times Callahan got called up this season, and I'm going to try and find it real quick.
One thing we need to talk about is why is Lysell not getting called up? It's starting to make me angry.
No, because why did Merck get called up to play on his off wing when that's Lysell's side? And then in the Thanksgiving photo, he did not look happy at all.
Lysell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be happy either.
No.
No, this looks terrible on camera. We're not going to put her hair up. I'm just kidding. Everybody ignore that. Also, this is a total side tangent, but this just popped up. The Boston Fleet are expected to make an important team announcement tomorrow at 10 a.m. Media availability to follow with GM Danielle Marmer, head coach Chris Spar, captain Megan Keller, and alternate captain Alina Mueller.
I have thoughts, and I'm hoping it's what I think it is, but I'm also hoping it isn't because I'll be working.
Lysell isn't getting called up because he's not earning it. Still lack of effort in the D zone. Straight up not skating at times. Only tries in the O zone. Hi, Chris. I mean, that's a great point. That's a really great point considering our defense is where it is right now.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that on the team right now.
But I still want to see it, Chris. He also just got a new agent last week, which I think speaks very big volumes of what is to come from him, and I'm scared. I know Liz and I have for sure been saying this since the summer, is if he doesn't get his shot, he's gone.
Oh, 100%.
I'm very interested to see how that plays out with a new agent. I mean, listen, get your bag, boy. I'm scared.
It's interesting pulling up our stats for the season 2 with our points.
Yeah.
Because Lysell and Brown lead the team with 9 goals.
Listen, I'm telling you, Providence is doing things.
They're doing great.
Getting a new agent is also off the ice change, in addition to working back from an upper body injury, calling him up. I can't read. Dyslexia is great today. Calling him up with all that going on isn't putting him in a position to succeed either. That's true.
And I feel like if you want to let him shine, doing it with the Hospital Bruins isn't when you want to do it either.
Long live
it's just a mess. We have one player with the Hospital Bruins and one player alone. And his name is the lead goal scorer, Morgan Geekie.
One second. I want to finish AHL real quick. Our goalie tandem right now in Providence, killing it. Killing it.
Do we still have
justice for
I gotta check the standings for this. Yeah, we still have 3 losses. So the stats they've posted where each goalie has only let in 1 goal in each loss is absolutely insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, that's insane. I want that team, but in Boston, please. Can we just swap them?
Providence is also getting healthy. Gallagher back from broken foot. Soderstrom back from his injury. Both looking good. Yeah. I need all of the Bruins to stop getting injured.
I need the Providence luck to go up to Boston, please. They kind of need the luck.
Providence is just, they're meshing so well. But I think if you think of it too, this is like slightly off topic, this is mostly the same team as last year. Like, obviously we have a few changes, but for most part, this team is, for the most part, the same as last year. I think they've just had time to gel. And we've said this over and over again, like, the development that they have put in down there is crazy.
And I think it helps too with like how much they practice and how much time off there is between games. Like, they have more time to get to work with each other.
For sure. Which is why it's a development league. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I love
You
it.
have time to like mesh and bond outside of high stress. Like, okay, we're actually in a game now. We have to make it work. And like, there's the added pressure versus like, okay, let's try this and see if it works. Like you're practicing, you have time between games to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a really great point. And this is like a side tangent, but also that same point. Like Johnny Beecher just said in a interview today with Calgary Flames, that he's only been in Calgary for 2 days. They've been on the road basically since he got there. So he's had so much time to bond with the team and get to know the guys better. Why am I having such a hard time today? Getting to know the guys better, which is helping him like mesh and fit in over there better as well. So I think like to that point, like giving these guys, I mean, it's part of why the LHL, AHL is set up the way it is. Hold on, let me drink caffeine. Doing great. The AHL is set up the way it is. So it's been a very emotional day, you guys. I got rocked with that news this morning. I was just not prepped.
It's been a day and a half. It's also only the 1st of December. So real quick, happy December, everyone. We're in the final month of the year. What do you mean 2025 is about to be over?
I was only in office for work 7 days the entire month of November between all of the shenanigans I had going on. So my inbox today was so much fun.
Oh, I bet. Going back to work after being off for 2 weeks? Not for the week. No. Mm-mm.
And I was traveling for the first week. I was out of office the second week. I was technically in office the third week. Then my parents were here. Then it was Thanksgiving. Now I'm back in office. I'm like, I don't know how to work anymore. I also changed my office around. I'm like, it's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now let's talk about Morgan Geekie. Sorry, I wanted to get that out of the way.
No, you're good. I couldn't find my Callahan thing, so I've given up at this point.
Oh.
I'm upset, but I've accepted it.
TBT. Ignore me. Go ahead. Who lets me have a podcast? Who lets me do like
It's okay. I couldn't say numbers earlier. You can't speak now. I forgot a word earlier. It's been a day. I had work at 6:45 this morning. I've been up for way too long.
No. Life is lifing, man. Morgan Geekie is an impressive man.
Our only Bruin on the hospital Bruins, mind you, besides our goalie, but that is a different story that we will get to in a minute. But Morgan Geekie, 20 goals in 27 games. Insane.
He's killing it. I'm obsessed. I also think this isn't funny, but Avs fans are so upset.
Oh my God, yes.
Avs fans are so upset that McKinnon and Geekie have the same number of goals right now.
Oh my God, wait, I have to find the funny thing that I saw the other day before the game. Let me find it real quick. It still looks like this, but it's really funny.
Geekie's so humble about it too. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I thought his talks at the media the other day were really funny. He was like, I just shouldn't be up there. Like I shouldn't be on that list. Like,
no, right? He's awesome. I love him.
Yeah. Well, and I think this goes back to the conversation we were having last week as well around, like, if you look at the Islanders game and you go back to our conversation last week about, like, you can't have a team of 3 people. Like, when that team then is injured, you can't rely on 3 people to get goals. And
it's a traffic light. Someone pointed it out, and it is the funniest thing to me.
That's funny.
Traffic light. And it's still the same. I love it.
Yeah, Morgan Geekie at the beginning of the season, I would not have expected him. Like, no, don't twist my words. Great player. I think we saw the trajectory he was going for, whatever. The trajectory he was going at the end of last season. I should not be allowed to do this today. And I think we could see he had started picking up momentum. I'm glad to see that he continued that as we enter this season. I would not have pegged him to be already at 20 goals. Sorry, my sister's calling again. What is happening today? Today is not my day.
Today's the day.
I think I would not have predicted him to be at 20 goals. I think he has really stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
ADHD is taking over my brain. I won't say the rest of that. We'll just stop there.
Okay. I don't think I saw him being the second player to hit 20 goals this season, and let alone constantly go back to tying McKinnon or whoever it is at whatever date for having the most goals scored so far. Like, I did not have that being Morgan Geekie of all people.
Mm-mm.
Now, we've loved him and we've talked about it, and we hope that what he had at the end of last season would carry over, and it very clearly has, and it very clearly stayed even without Pasta or Zaka, which we saw with the Rangers. But also, you can't rely on 3 major guys on your team, because then when they're all injured and then one of them isn't playing because he's not in net, you have a game like the Rangers game where you have one guy.
Yeah.
And you can't win a game like that.
Yes, the trajectory he was on. I appreciate you, Chris. Yes, that. Fraser Minton and Jeremy Swayman. That was, I think, at you, Liz, when you're saying just Morgan Geekie.
Well, I said Swayman would be after Geekie. We were going to talk about Geekie first, give him his little moment, and then talk about Sway, because Sway has been insane.
You guys, real quick, Chris and Kenny are doing a watch along tomorrow during the game. Chris, if you want to drop your social media in the chat or where people can find your guys' watch along tomorrow, we'll share that with everybody too.
And the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as well, the media wasn't prepared for it. I think the conversation for so long has been pasta. Pasta. I love pasta. Nobody get me wrong. Love pasta. I think the media was ready to continue to this be Pasta's team. This is Pasta's year. He's going to hit this record and this record and this record. Has he hit records? Yes. But the story has not all been Pasta this year. And people are now changing all of the stories, which I think it's great. I think somebody else, you don't have Margie, so you do have to have somebody else in that superstar kind of role. I think you also see, this is where my ADHD brain was going earlier, and I was like, no, pause on that thought. I think with that, you also have Nikita Zadorov, stepping in other ways. So I think we were maybe not concerned isn't the right word, about like who is going to take this other like media spot and like be who we're promoting and who we're doing other things. Like it can't be pasta all year. So in some ways that's been Geekie. In the community aspect and the leadership aspect, in my personal, small, little nobody opinion, Nikita Zadorov has stepped up in a huge way off the ice. On the ice depends on the day. But off the ice, he has become the face for all of this community work that the Bruins do in the way that we previously have seen guys like Marchie and Bergeron be. Jeremy Swayman had started stepping into this role a little bit, I feel like, over the summer. And now I feel like Z has been more of the focus. I think, is he our NHLPA rep?
I think. I
want to say he
believe
is.
So. We talked about this. I believe it was.
But when you look at like the Thanksgiving, he delivered the pies and brought like all of his children, including the baby and his wife, she looked great. She was so smiley and so happy. Like that was a really great day for them. And then they had Husnudinov and his wife over for beef Wellington on Thanksgiving. Like what a day for them. I love this for them. But that's light. Like you've seen Z step up in other ways on this team. So glad he has the A. I love that for him. But I think it's really interesting that we're seeing. I would have said that Z would be stepping up. Actually, I did say Z would be stepping up. I would not have guessed Geekie was going to be the other guy stepping up and showing up on the ice.
No, I feel like the media would all be about like Zadorov because of what he said at the end of last season. Pasta, McAvoy, who's injured, so understandable why it's not about him right now. Yeah. And then Sway with a bounce back year, which he is having. A lot of us knew he was going to have a bounce back year, and last year was just a one-off weird situation. But he's phenomenal so far.
Yeah.
Except for the stat that Ty posted about goals we have allowed on 3 or less shots. And it's been happening a lot more lately. And I noticed everyone saying they're all Corpy. And I've noticed is most of the ones lately are all Corpy, which is why it feels like they're all him. But it's pretty much evenly split. There's been 13. 7 of them have been for Corpy. The other 6 have been on Sway.
Yeah.
And that's another issue. But it seems like Sway's kind of getting over it, but Corpy's now falling into it.
Yeah. I'm sick of Ty's notes app.
Let it take a break, please.
Bruins, do me a favor. Let him put down the notes app. No, I saw that too. And I think Ty had responded pretty quickly to that tweet, whatever day that was. Friday? Saturday? This weekend? And was like, no, it's not all one, it's split. But yeah,
Friday, yeah.
Goals let in under 3 minutes is crazy when we're only at 27 games.
Like, how do you do that in 13 of your 27 games?
I mean, listen, when, again, half the team isn't on the ice. Half of your team is injured.
But then it's also half the time you look at, you don't even have a shot, and it's happening, like, 5+ minutes into a game, and we're still scrambling to play. Like, the first one that happened, or the most recent one, being Friday, it was a 1:00 game. Where is our team?
Nobody showed up. It's not because the goaltenders have been bad. This is Chris. It's not because the goaltenders have been bad. It's because the team has failed terribly in front of them. For sure. Somebody said this.
Oh,
God.
You go.
Oh, I was going to say, somebody had said this about, like, the lines on Friday or Saturday were, like, totally random. Yeah. Half the team is injured. You can't have consistency with the lines right now because your usual pairings and your usual lines are not suiting up. So you have to do something. You have to be a little creative. We're pulling up guys left and right from Providence right now and sending them back 48 hours later, 24 hours later, depending on the day. Like they're doing the best they can right now on the line side. On the showing up side, I had said this. I said this last week. Matinee games, they either show up ready to go when the game starts, or they are nowhere to be found.
Until the third period, which we saw on Friday, because what is it with our team? Like, I had a bit of hope with Friday.
Third, though.
It was still, that one was just a mess. I also
don't argue that we didn't show up in the third because they scored 4 goals in the third.
They only scored 2 in the third.
Did they?
There was 4 goals total because we had 2 and they had 2.
No, that game was 6-2.
Yeah, they had 2 every single period.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I was like, no, the score was way higher, friend. The score was
higher. I try to forget it, but the score was higher. But also, I'm wondering, because this isn't the first time we've had a high-scoring game either.
4 goals
I'm curious why we haven't been swapping the goalies. Like, when one lets in one too many goals, I don't believe we've had a goalie change all season.
We have not.
And for some of the games, that feels very weird. Like our 7-2 loss that we had back in November or end of October, whenever that was, the 6-2 one, like we were down 4-0 at the end of the second period.
My question would be with that, like this one was back-to-back. So I'm not surprised that we didn't pull the goalie because I wouldn't want to play Sway and then have him play 24 hours. Well, it was like 30 hours later. But the next day, I don't know if it looked like that earlier in the season. But also, it was 4-0. It's not like we were 4-2 and they started gaining momentum. They were already so far ahead. Like, those 2 goals in the second happened back-to-back. At that point, you're done.
Yeah. And then it's like not all of them are on the goalies either, which I get, but I also understand sometimes you'll pull a goalie and swap them just to kind of be like, hey, guys, you suck. Here's a little spark to let you know you suck. Now pick it up. And sometimes it works, but I think it's interesting that we haven't seen that yet this season.
I wonder if that's a Storm thing. I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
I don't know. It might be.
Previously.
Okay, the 7-2
their goals were both power play.
Were those the dumb penalties? I feel like those were the dumb penalties. They were the dumb penalties.
This game was a mess. We played like crap. Like, they're weathering the injury storm, as are Florida, Devils, Ottawa, and many more. I know. I saw something. I saw like a snippet of a Marchie interview. I don't know when the interview was, but I saw it on TikTok today. Where he's like, we're surviving. Yeah, there hasn't been a game where changing the goaltender would help. Yeah. Like this one, we were done.
No, it was over, but it's still interesting that it hasn't happened because I feel like there's been games where it's over and they've still done it in the past.
Yeah, but I feel like we didn't do that last year either, though. We only like changed the goalie if it was going to make a difference in the game potentially. Like if we were starting to lose momentum versus like we're already behind. There's no use in wrecking somebody else's stats at that point in the game.
That's true.
Like if the team has already checked out, we're just over the shenanigans.
I just need them to be like consistent.
You want Bruins hockey to be consistent?
I know. What a shocker.
What a Christmas miracle.
That's my Christmas wish. That's going on the list to Santa. Consistent Boston Bruins. No more hospital Bruins. Please and thank you.
I think it's not funny. Funny is not the accurate word, but I think it's kind of funny that the NHL was so concerned about all these guys getting injured in the Olympics. There's no Olympic team. USA has half of a team right now.
All the home injuries now. I don't remember who it
What
was.
was the one you sent today?
The Blues. The guy, burned himself at home-related injury. The one before that was, I believe it was for Florida. He burned himself while barbecuing. And then before that was Jack Hughes with cutting himself. I feel like it's been a while since we've had some weird off-ice injuries, and now a lot of them are all happening.
All of their contracts that already say something about like no extreme sports are going to be like no cooking at home, no going out to a restaurant, no live in a bubble. You shall be bubble boy. We now pronounce you bubble boy. I don't know what's happening. Oh no, did I freeze?
Oh, you're there. My computer froze for a second, but you're there.
I was like, did I freeze or did Liz freeze? This is what happens on like Zoom meetings too. When somebody freezes, all of a sudden you see everybody like bobblehead like this, trying to figure out if they froze or somebody else froze. Tell me you work at home without telling me you work at home. Okay. What was the other thing? Oh, that was all the things on our list to cover today.
The quick recap of the games. We got 2 predictions right for the entire week.
We got 2 predictions right. You're right. One wasn't even us. It was Seamus.
But I'll take it. Yes, it said overtime instead of a shootout. But that's still technically overtime.
Yes.
Just extended.
Liz got 1 prediction right.
Yeah.
Yours was the first one, I think.
It was. It was the one against the Islanders.
So Liz got that one right. Seamus got the Red Wings one right. He said overtime instead of shootout. I'm still counting it as right. We should look at how many times we've gotten things right or wrong. I don't know anymore.
Well, now I'm curious. I mean, you got the team right for the Rangers game. You got the team right for all of them.
Oh, did I? Go me.
You did. You had the Bruins, the Rangers, and then the Bruins.
I knew we weren't going to beat the Rangers. As much as it hurts my soul. You guys don't understand how much I hate the Rangers. Like, you guys think I hate the Florida Panthers. I hate the Rangers. But I hate the Rangers for personal reasons. I hate the Panthers for hockey reasons.
Yeah.
I hate the Rangers for personal reasons.
That's me with the Islanders, so you're all good. I got the goals right for the Bruins for the Rangers game. I gave us 2.
You know.
I had some thought there.
That's funny. Well, I think that brings us to predictions for this week, my friend.
I believe so.
So if this is your first time catching an episode of Pucks and Power Plays, we do something we call weekly predictions. So every single week we go through the upcoming games and we make predictions on who we think is going to win and what we think the score is going to be. Sometimes they make sense. Sometimes they don't. It's more of like a vibe. Like, don't take it too seriously.
It's for fun.
It's for fun. It's for S and G's. So let's talk this week. We start on the road. We are going to Detroit. We're probably already on our way, but we are in Detroit tomorrow night at 7:00. The Red Wings are currently 13, 11, and 2. And we've only played them once this semester, and that was the game that we just talked about. We won in a shootout.
And we almost gave away that entire game. It should have been a win. And then we almost messed it up horribly. But then Sway stood on his head. So thank you, Swayman.
Yep.
But this is their first game since playing us on Saturday, and our first game since we played them on Saturday.
They're 5th in the Atlantic right now, but that's because of basically the amount of games that people have played at this point. I can't wait for there to be more games played and this standings to start to spread out some.
No, same. I hate how close everything is and then how drastic the games are, because we are 1 point ahead of Montreal, but they have played 3 less games than us.
I know.
We have the most games played.
What do you got for a prediction, my friend?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be low scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Might be more physical because we just played them and that one was already kind of physical. So you have tempers and everything carrying over. I'm thinking 2-1 Boston.
Interesting. I think the Red Wings win.
Okay.
I think they're going to be angry. And I think they're going to know that we should have won that game Saturday? I don't know my days anymore.
Saturday.
My brain hurts. And I think we'll have Arvidsson back, which is going to be good. But, like, other than that, we don't have – we sent Merck down. We're getting Arvidsson back. I don't even think Merck played on Saturday, did he?
No, he didn't.
So, like, I'm like, me. I think the Red Wings will win. I think 3-1. We'll see. Ooh. Thursday, we are back at home. And we play the St. Louis Blues. If I'm not mistaken, this is Monty's first time back to TD Garden.
Yeah.
Since he left last year.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe?
That is Thursday night at 7. The St. Louis Blues are currently 9, 10, and 7.
Yep. This will be his first game back.
That's crazy. They're 9, 10, and 7, and they are 7th in Central right now. If we don't win this, I'm going to be angry. They're currently losing to the Ducks. They're losing to the Ducks at home right now in the 3rd. I think we win this.
They're right behind us in face-offs. They're 12th, we're 11th. They're at 50.4 and we're at 52.
That'll be fun. I think we take this one in a shutout.
What are you thinking? Because I have a thought.
I think 2-0. I don't think I've done I've only done one shutout so far this season, so we'll go with it. Is that yours too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love when our brains sync up.
Truly. That's funny. I love it. That's Thursday. Not Friday. Saturday. I should not. Saturday, we are still at home, and we are facing the New Jersey Devils at home at 7 on Saturday. This will be the first time this season we see them. They are currently 16, 9, and 1. They're second in the Metro. They have 33 points. So they're ahead of us.
They're ahead of us on the penalty kill. They're at 83.3% for 8th, and then we're at 83% for 9th. But they're 8th on the power play at 23.8, and then we're 4th at 25.3. So this will be a very, like, interesting and ideally good special teams game.
Yeah. I think this goes into overtime.
Okay.
Why am I like
much more faith than I do?
I don't know why I'm like this tonight. Just looking at our stats, so many of our stats are so close. Like, ooh, Bennington was pulled tonight. How sad.
Sucks for him.
Wow. I'm just kidding. I hate when I'm angry at the world. It's fine. That does suck. Like, that sucks to get pulled anytime, though. I think it was just
bad was he that he got pulled. He got pulled on what? Three goals?
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 goals. He only let in 2 of them.
Ooh.
He got pulled after the second goal. Yeah, after the second goal, he got pulled.
Back to Jersey Boston. Just looking at our stats, so many of our stats are so close to each other. I think it's going to be an interesting game. And I think I've only guessed 1 overtime so far this season, so might as well. I think it's 3-2.
Okay. If it makes you feel better, we have the same number of goals scored in our totals.
You have them winning.
I have them winning 4-1.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you'll be more accurate.
I have a feeling, as much as I want it to be close, I don't think it will be. And I think it's just going to be, I don't know, some really, really dumb game. And we're just not going to play.
One of my animals is trying to get in the office. That's interesting. I like that. I like that more than mine. But I'm keeping mine.
I like yours. At least we get a point.
Listen, I'm in it for the points right now.
Listen, all I'm going to say is Morgan Geekie has our 1 goal that game because I can trust him to score.
Did you see the quote from Archie that was basically something along the lines of, like, if you think 20 games, like, only if you're something along the lines of, like, if you think you're out of the playoffs and you're only 20 games in and that's the deciding factor on your season, like, you're crazy.
No, I haven't.
I'll have to find the actual thing of what he said. But he said it was his little sass, too. I was like, okay.
That's such a Brad thing. I love him. I miss him.
No, truly. But listen, they are 7th in the Eastern. They're 12, 11, and 1. But I feel like for Brad, like, he's been here. He's like, here in this position. I mean, like he was in this position last year. Like he's used to this shit at this point.
Yeah. Plus, you had, what was it, this season? The Blues were like in last, and then they ended up winning the cup. And we're not going to talk about that. But they were near the bottom in January or whatever it was, and then came back.
He's pulled on the second goal. He wasn't playing well, very out of position and not on his game. He wasn't playing well. Pissed when he got pulled. Wasn't playing well. Pissed when he got pulled because he knew he deserved it. Yeah. He'll be sure to get right for the game at TD Boston. Yeah. That's primed for 2-0 St. Louis win.
I don't want to get shut out. No, thank you.
You just know that Monty's going to walk in with, like, he's going to be geared that night.
If he's not singing or doing something weird behind the bench, I don't want it.
Will they do a video for him? Do they do videos for coaches?
I feel like we have, but they were coaches we've had for, like, a long time.
I mean, the last 3 coaches we've only had for 3 years.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
Him.
And then Bruce was for, I thought, at least 5. I'm curious.
Ugh, my phone's going to die. The only issue with this setup is, like, I can't see my TV. So I had noise on earlier today, but it's just at a bad angle. I can't, like, whatever. This is totally off. Besides the point here. Who am I looking at? What am I doing?
Coaching. Okay. Yeah, no, our last ones were here for over 3 years because Monty was from 22 to 24, and then Bruce was 2017 to 22.
Those are my lost years. 2019 to 2021 are my lost years. That's why.
Okay, fair. And then before that was Claude from 07 to 17.
Yep, Bruce Cassidy was part of my lost years.
Did he get something? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. Well, and Monty left on such bad terms too.
He did get a video tribute. But I don't know if Monty will. It was only 2 seasons. Like 2 full seasons and then not even a month of hockey.
I mean, we do one for, I don't know. We'll see. We do one for players that have only played for us for like a year.
Beecher's got to get one when he comes back, right?
Yeah, he will. They do one for all the players. Everybody will cry. It's fine.
It's fine. We can all cry again. Carlos killed me, and Brad's killed me, and Coils is going to kill me later.
It's crazy that... Never mind. Anyway.
No, say it.
No, it's a side tangent, and we're
okay.
already over. We're over time. If you guys have predictions for this week, feel free to drop them in the comments. We love hearing what you guys think as well, especially silly, funny, goofy ones, because it's not that serious. It's just hockey. Stay tuned to our social media. Like we said earlier, the 15th, we'll have Adam Pellerin from Nesson on. On the 29th, we're going to be live streaming during the game. So Chris, who's been hanging out with us here tonight, is going to be on. We have 2 maybes. Once we have more people confirmed full yeses, we will let you all know. Our sale for our merch is going on, so bscn617.square.site, or you can scan the QR code up in the top corner, 25% off when you use the code Boston Sports, all one word. Our book of the month, if you want to be part of our book club. Sorry, I just lost the page with my QR code. Our book of the month is, I forgot the title, by Jess Christine.
It's A Dance of Sugar Plums and Power Plays.
Thank you. I could remember Sugar Plums and Power Plays. I couldn't remember the first part. But just Christine, that releases December 4th. So we have a few days until then. If you want to be a part of our book club, send us a message, drop us a comment, and we will add you to the Discord where that lives. And Just Sports is a partner of ours. Just Sports, Just Strong. I'm reading messages and posting things at the same time. Just Strong is our partner. So it's a women's athleisure brand, super comfy, super soft, super wonderful. They love uplifting women and showing them they can be strong and beautiful and work out and look cute. us.juststrong.com. Use the code PUCKS103975 for 10% off of your order. We will be back next Monday. Hopefully that's all of our announcements. We'll be back next Monday, y'all. Same time, same place, 9 o'clock, live streaming while we record. Bruce and Claude brought them to cup finals. Baldy Brew historically good season with horrible coaching decisions.
I mean, you're not wrong about the horrible coaching decisions.
Oh, Chris, you're great. Oh, that's awesome. Chris, thanks for hanging out with us. Esteban, thanks for hanging out with us. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out with us. They were just the ones in the comments. We'll be back same time, same place. We'll see you guys next week. Other than that, you can find us at Pucks and PP's Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. You can find Boston Sports Entertainment Network at BSCN_617. My name is Emily. You can find me at Hyper Emmy. And Liz, where can people find you?
You can find me at Liz__Fraser.
And we'll see you guys next week. Other than that, follow us on social media. We got lots of fun things happening. Okay. Bye.